if you take the beginning of the big crash of this period that we are still living through, a period of great upheaval, question marks over all sorts of issues in modern Irish history. What had happened to the Republic, or the notion of the Republic? How had we been governed? Why did things get to the desperate stage they got to in the early 21st century? You can't answer those questions unless you go back. There's no such thing as a right question or a right answer when it comes to the study of history. That is one of the first things that you would say as a teacher to a student of history. There's no right answer, and perhaps there's no right question. Nonetheless, we have to ask questions. We have to fashion a question in order to begin the process of historical inquiry. Do we always get those questions right? No. And you need to be open to that criticism that might be made, that you have not framed the question in the right way, or you've gone down the wrong path, or not maybe a wrong path, you've gone down a path that is not going to produce what you are looking for, or is not necessarily going to generate the kind of momentum that you want to develop in relation to your historical inquiry. And you know, you need to be prepared to start again. There's too much of an emphasis now on short-term impact. Get it out there, make an impact, make a splash, so that you can fit into this rubric, which in turn will feed into the idea of rankings, or the idea of profile, or the idea of, you know, moving up a particular league table. You can see why that is a preoccupation. It's also a problem for those who are engaged in slow, methodical research that has to, by its nature, involve spending an awful lot of time on their own for a historian in the archives, working through this material when they can get the time to do that, evaluating the material, writing up the material. That takes a long time. But the proof of the value of that is in the long-lasting impact of the kind of work that it will produce, because it is work that will stand the test of time in a way that work that is rushed for the purposes of short-term impact will not stand the test of time. You can't do that in a hurry. You shouldn't do that in a hurry.